We've learned that legendary Atlanta radio personality Wanda Smith passed away. Now, the station that Smith most recently worked for, V103 Atlanta, announced her death on social media last night. Smith was widely known for being the co-host of Frank and Wanda in the Morning. Smith and Frank Ski hosted the show for several years.
That it was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried to this same weekend. Not in jokes, with a real in my real face on real camera. Understand I'm losing my life.
This is the exclusive security video from the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Gwinnett County. You can see Wanda Smith and her husband by the front door.
So I did not want to go back and forth with Katt Williams like that. That bothered me so bad. That really bothered me.
Atlanta radio legend Wanda Smith has sadly passed away, and while the cause of death hasn't been officially revealed yet, the internet is already running wild with conspiracy theories. And the craziest part is that Wanda's own husband is allegedly fueling these rumors and pointing fingers at none other than Katt Williams. Now, if you've been keeping up with the drama, you know Wanda and Katt had a very messy beef going back to that infamous 2018 interview where Katt roasted Wanda on her own radio show.
Really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli and they love my baked chicken.
Hey, right now, look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli and tell me does it say heat up water? Is that the only step in broccoli? Heat up water?
Simmer.
Have you ever heard of burned broccoli? Can you burn broccoli? You can't burn it because it's made in a pot of water.
Now fast forward to January 2024 when Katt was on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharpe, and he took this whole drama with Wanda to the next level, this time accusing her and her husband of trying to set him up to get jumped or worse. And now with Wanda's sudden passing, her husband is reportedly out here saying that Katt might have had something to do with it, suggesting this could be some kind of revenge. It's a lot to process, but let's separate fact from fiction, because the main thing we need to focus on is that a woman lost her life, and her legacy is so much bigger than her feud with Katt Williams. Wanda had a long, successful career in radio. She wasn't just a radio personality, she was a comedian who knew how to light up a room and brought joy to so many. She was also deeply involved in charitable work, always giving back to the community and helping those in need, and that's how she should be remembered.
And market manager Rick Caffey released a statement on the station's Instagram page saying in part, "Our hearts are weighing heavier today as we grieve the loss of our beloved Wanda Smith," and go on to say how she brought so much joy and care servicing the Atlanta community. Wanda's impact touched lives beyond making us laugh. Many times she championed efforts behind the scenes to make a difference in the lives of those who were without. Rest in peace, Wanda. As you take your place among the stars, we will miss you.
Atlanta has lost a major voice in the entertainment scene. Wanda Smith, the beloved radio personality, passed away on Saturday, October 12th, just one day after celebrating her 58th birthday. The sad news was confirmed by Rick Caffey, Senior Vice President and Market Manager at Atlanta's V103 Radio, who released a statement on Instagram saying, "Our hearts are weighing heavier today as we grieve the loss of our beloved Wanda Smith, someone who always made us smile and who was a big part of V103 for years. We extend our deepest prayers and condolences to her family." Wanda started co-hosting the Frank and Wanda in the Morning show on V103 in 1998, and she held it down for over 20 years. Aside from a break in 2013, she was a constant voice on the show until she left in 2019. After her year off, she came back in 2014 to co-host with Ryan Cameron. Beyond her radio career, Wanda was also a well-known comedian. She contributed as a writer for Def Comedy Jam and BET's Comic View, and for years she had a regular spot at the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Norcross. She even appeared in a few films, including Tyler Perry's Madea Goes to Jail and Madea's Witness Protection. Wanda leaves behind her husband, Lamorris Sellers, their 3 sons, Tavares, Giovanni, and Isaiah, and 2 grandchildren. Following his mother's passing, Tavares shared this sweet photo of Wanda with one of her grandbabies, along with several heart emojis. As for Wanda's husband, Lamorris, he hasn't been active on social media for months, and he still hasn't publicly commented on his wife's passing. But some wild reports have surfaced claiming that Lamorris is allegedly furious at Katt Williams because he believes all the drama and stress surrounding Katt's feud with Wanda contributed to Wanda's untimely passing. Now, to give you some context on what went down between Wanda and Katt, back in September 2018, Katt and fellow comedian Red Grant stopped by Frank and Wanda in the Morning while Red was gearing up for a series of shows in Atlanta. Their 20-minute chat quickly went viral, becoming V103's most watched ever clip. And that's because but Katt flipped the interview on its head, turning it into a roast after Wanda tried and failed to throw some shade at him. At first, the interview seemed to be going smoothly, but things took a turn when Katt called out Wanda and Tiffany Haddish, pointing out that Tiffany landed a Netflix deal without even hitting the road for a comedy tour. And Katt argued that nobody could name a single original joke Tiffany wrote. He then also went on to highlight how other talented black women comedians often get overlooked by major media companies, while someone like Tiffany, who doesn't write her own material, gets all the spotlight. And according to Katt, the reason for this is that Tiffany was the safe choice, handpicked by the higher-ups to appeal to white audiences. But that's when Wanda chimed in, saying that Tiffany blew up because she's real. But Katt shut that down, claiming that Tiffany climbed to the top of the black women comedy scene for two main reasons. She constantly talks about being with white men, and she has lighter skin.
Wherever
Tiffany
you
Haddish
at under the sound of my
because she's
voice,
real.
do you have a real co-worker?
Right.
Do you have a ratchet friend? Do you have a sister? Do you have a cousin? Do you have a nephew? Do you have a niece? Is they so ghetto? When did that become marketable? Knock it off. They like her because she want to sleep with a white man. That's why the only thing she said was, I want to give it to Brad Pitt. The only thing before that in the movie with me is I slept with this white man and I got a white baby. She had a white husband for the 14 years she been doing comedy, and then all of a sudden divorced him, then said he her, then wrote a book, then said he didn't, and then now we're at Brad Pitt. So hey, you can say whatever you want. She said she got a disease for JJ. Don't nobody check for that. I support Linnell, Melanie Camacho, Miss Laura, all the people that got skipped over in the list between now and then. It's no shade to nobody. We are in the only business where, as a black woman, what you look like is not supposed to be held against you. And time again, they show you that you can be sidetracked by anything light-skinned.
The vibe between Katt and Wanda was seriously awkward from the jump, and things got even more tense when Wanda decided to throw shade by asking a random question about Katt's cooking skills for his kids. And Katt didn't hold back, hitting her with one verbal smackdown after another, and even calling her a poor interviewer.
You cook? Do you cook for your kids?
Absolutely.
Tell me some of the things you cook that they're proud of. Like, Dad made some. You got the best spaghetti. You got the best steak. What do you have? Excuse me. I
still
said, what do they
answering.
like?
Just because you're a poor interviewer doesn't mean.
I said, you answer the question and just tell me
Man, you're a
what they
strong
like.
black woman. Is it
Answer
okay
the
for me to
question.
answer?
Come on.
You keep interrupting the answer. Everyone can hear it. It sounds like you like me a little bit. It's starting to bleed over the airwaves.
Now, for a moment, they managed to share a laugh, and it looked like the tension had eased. But then Katt threw a curveball by bringing up Wanda's kids, turning the interview into a full-on comedy show.
How many kids you got, Wanda?
I have 3 boys.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
Aren't boys simple? Aren't boys simple?
They can be. They can be.
Wanda knows she
I'm what?
She didn't do as much cooking in the latter years as she did in the beginning.
Whatever. I cook. I do it all.
I didn't say that you
Well,
didn't.
that's all right. I did it in the beginning and the middle and the end.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Your boys, yeah.
They like for me to. I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli and they love my baked chicken.
Hey,
And they
right now,
love-
look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli, and tell me does it say heat up water?
Wanda laughed it off, but you could see she was fuming. She tried to shift gears by mentioning Katt's past legal issues and making fun of his hair, but that move totally backfired on her.
They're heating stuff up.
You're good at telling us about what's going on in jail.
Yes, ma'am, and getting out to tell you.
Here up and get to the salon. All right, it's the People Station Viewer 3. Your hair is kind of.
That joint was.
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't.
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled
Well,
fingers.
come here. Come here.
While you on air,
Well, come
so
on.
they can hear you live.
Come on. Let me come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry, ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay? Are you all right?
Only one of our
You all
hands
right this
moving
morning?
while we talk.
Are you all right this morning?
By the end of the interview, Wanda couldn't resist taking one last jab at Katt's hair, calling him Lil Mama and implying he might be gay. But Katt quickly shut that down, and it was honestly painful to watch Wanda be humiliated on her own show.
Wilding out, right? I'm not the right one to Jones on.
Get this inmate out of here.
If you can't get your blood pressure down, you can't call me that.
Whatever, little mama.
If your cholesterol is 600.
Whatever, little mama.
I'm Lil Mama's baby daddy.
No, you little mama.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey,
and what are you, girl? You probably shouldn't talk about sizes.
No, that's okay.
You big on the radio.
That's right. And you're big
Turn
in
it
prison.
down.
And you're
yes,
big in
ma'am.
prison.
I've never been to prison.
You have
19
several
felonies,
times.
no convictions.
Yeah,
Knock it off. Prison and jail aren't the same. No.
Okay,
No.
But here's where things took a serious turn. Wanda couldn't shake off the humiliation Katt put her through on air. And rumor has it that she took matters into her own hands and allegedly sent her husband and son to confront Katt with a gun. This all reportedly went down on September 15, 2018, outside the Atlanta Comedy Theater where Wanda was hosting a comedy night. And Wanda's husband, Lamorris, allegedly confronted Katt in the parking lot and pulled out a weapon. Security footage later surfaced capturing the tense exchange between Katt and Wanda just before her husband showed up and started chasing after Katt. Now, according to the police report, Wanda's husband did admit to chasing after Katt, but he insisted that he never pulled a on him, and he claimed he just accidentally dropped his piece while running. And Wanda had her own version of events too. A few days later on her radio show, she said that Katt showed up just to diss her for no reason, and her husband was only trying to protect her. But fast forward to September 19th, and TMZ dropped a bombshell with new security footage that showed Wanda's husband actually holding a and seemingly chasing Katt into a nearby grocery store. But the video didn't show Lamorris actually pointing the gun at Katt, and he claimed that he wasn't trying to shoot anyone. But the fallout from that viral interview didn't just disappear. In January 2019, a few months after the Katt and Wanda drama, V103 Atlanta let Wanda go. They never officially explained why, but speculation ran wild. Some folks connected her firing to those Lil Mama comments, which seemed like an attempt to imply that being gay is an insult. Plus, saying that in Atlanta, a city known for its thriving black gay community, probably didn't do her any favors. But then Katt stirred the pot even more during his chat with Shannon Sharpe last January and claimed that the whole situation started because of something Wanda said before the interview even began. According to Katt, she promised she wouldn't ask him anything about his legal issues or his kids. But when he confronted her about the Tiffany Haddish situation, Wanda immediately brought up his kids and his time in jail.
I just want to talk to you because you just wanted Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on.
Right. Okay.
And we won't talk about your kids, we won't talk about jail, no cases, we ain't gonna talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never gonna call you out of your name. I'm never gonna say anything disrespectful to people that look like you. It's a very thin line I gotta call, but this lady is trying to embarrass me.
According to Katt, Wanda was trying to humiliate him in front of her gay fan base, and he said he believes this is the main reason she got fired and faded from the spotlight.
In front of a largely homosexual fan base. That's why she got canceled. Gay people don't take it kindly that you would, as a derogatory, call me gay. Gay people don't feel like it's derogatory. So why are you trying to shame me with something in a community I don't even belong in? There's no gay people saying I belong over there or been over there.
You did
but I have no hatred of over there, and how dare you?
You did a number on it though.
Hey.
You did a number on it. That's legendary.
No.
Katt then talked about the incident with Wanda's husband, saying he felt it was all a setup and that Wanda actually tried to get him unalived just over a joke.
I didn't even know any of the stuff that she had done to my fellow comedians until afterwards. I just know that it was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried to kill me this same weekend. Not in jokes, with my real face on real camera. Understand I'm losing my life for participating in something that goes along with my job. Like, it's two comedians, what do you mean? And the world was okay with it because it was me. Had that happened to anyone else, the world went crazy when Will smacked Chris. This is a person pulling a whole gun on a comedian in the confines of their job. It's really a weird situation when they hate you that bad.
Now, even if everything that Katt is saying is true, it's pretty wild that Wanda's husband is now allegedly blaming Katt for Wanda's untimely passing. While Wanda never discussed her health issues, several reports have now confirmed she was dealing with something serious for a long time. When asked about the cause of Wanda's death, her co-host Frank Ski refused to comment and said Wanda was a private person and didn't want to share her medical status with the public. Frank said, "She was so private that myself, Ricky Smiley, and others wanted to do a fundraiser for her, and she shut it down. She would not let us do it. She didn't want people to know." Frank also remembered Wanda as a giving and generous person, saying she will go down in the history of Atlanta as one of the biggest givers the city has ever seen. I don't know of any other woman outside of Elizabeth Omalami that has given more than Wanda. She really was engaged in the situation and knew what they really needed, and sometimes it wasn't money. Now let me know in the comments how you will remember Wanda Smith. And also, how do you feel about these rumors that Wanda's husband is blaming Katt for her passing? Leave your comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.